What's up? I'm Sergeant Ballistic, but you guys can call me Brian. Thanks for checking out this video. Today I'm continuing to try to catch up on some videos I either already promised you guys or already started before CES and kind of the holiday break. And this is gonna be a really good one. We're gonna be unboxing and talking about pretty much the entire NVIDIA Shield ecosystem. So let's get into it. So first and foremost, I have to give a huge shout out to NVIDIA for sending over some of these products. I actually won this in a giveaway from NVIDIA GeForce and Origin PC a while ago, and it's really cool to be doing this video because this was actually my first tech video, was the unboxing and review of the NVIDIA OG, or NVIDIA Portable is what they're calling it now. So really cool to be having all these products in front of me, doing another unboxing, doing a series of videos on these. NVIDIA was kind enough to send all these out so I can make a lot of content around them, some tutorials, reviews of course, and just let you guys know how I feel about them and showcase their products. So thanks once again. So as I mentioned before, this is the NVIDIA Shield Portable. It has a kind of special place in my heart because it's kind of the first review, if you want to call it that I did. I mentioned before I won this in the giveaway, and it also came with this portable case, but really cool device. A lot of people when it first came out weren't really sure how it was going to kind of fit in to the gaming ecosystem, you know, whether it was meant to be handheld, all Android, you know, whether you play it on PC, but really capable device, really great hardware. If you haven't seen the video where I unbox and review this product, go and check that out now. I have links in the description. But love this thing. It has a couple cool features that we'll get into the differences between this and the tablet later, but really love the attached screen for, you know, kind of tight spaces, gaming where you don't have a place to lay the tablet or set it up in a stand. And great gamepad, really love this product. Been using it for not only gaming, but also media consumption. Also just as a kind of standard tablet, you know, it can work. It doesn't have the best form factor for that, but yeah, love this guy. We're gonna be doing some comparison videos between it and the tablet, as I mentioned in subsequent videos. So moving on, next up we have the NVIDIA Shield tablet. It is the current generation, if you will, of the NVIDIA Shield. It has an upgraded processor, kind of a new whole form factor, as you can see with the tablet. Comes with the stylus, some very cool, interesting features that come with that. They actually built their own watercolor type drawing and digital painting software that you can use with this, so artists have a place with it. It's obviously going to be better for productivity than the NVIDIA Shield Portable because of its form factor. Great for media consumption, has a nice large screen. But you kind of get forced into using this when you want to game with it, which is the NVIDIA Shield controller. This can actually be synced up with either the NVIDIA Shield tablet or the NVIDIA Shield Portable over here when it is in console mode. Both of these can actually be set up in a console mode, which, you know, you kind of set them up and use them as a console, and they have HDMI out so you can hook them up to a big screen TV. And, you know, if you don't want to have to buy a console, these will kind of work in their place for a certain type and number of games. This can actually work with the PC when wired via micro USB, kind of similar to the Xbox One. You can't use this wirelessly with the PC because it has a proprietary, I believe it might be Wi-Fi direct connectivity, as opposed to kind of normal Bluetooth that you might see with other controllers. But this is a great accessory to have, especially if you're using the Shield tablet, to kind of make it so you don't have to use the touch controls when playing games. You can use a more traditional form factor gamepad. It's a little bit slimmer than the gamepad that kind of is integrated with the Shield Portable, but we're going to talk about all of that in detail. Next over here, NVIDIA has also sent out the protective cover that goes with the Shield tablet. This has a cool little magnetic connection, and you can flip it over, use it as a stand, and just protect your, you know, investment. If you spent $300 or $400 on this, then you probably want to protect the screen and just from, you know, general damage and stuff like that if you're putting it in your bag. So we'll be checking that out, and I'll tell you what my impressions of it are. Finally, here in the center, we've got this Netgear Nighthawk X6 tri-band router. It looks like a beast of a router. I'm not an expert in routers, but we're gonna also unbox this with the rest of the stuff, and it is actually listed on the NVIDIA Game Stream Ready router list. So NVIDIA was kind enough to send this out so that I can test out all of the capabilities of these shields and not be limited by my personal router, which isn't even dual band and would not be able to utilize functionality like NVIDIA Game Stream, NVIDIA Grid, and a couple other things. So yeah, we're gonna be unboxing all this stuff. I'm really excited. I've got a lot of video content planned on this, comparisons between these and other ecosystems like PlayStation and Ouya and just a whole bunch of other stuff. Really excited to bring you guys content on this. I'm actually enlisting the help of a few of my friends to kind of figure out what product might be suited for what type of gamer, whether you're a casual, whether you're a hardcore, FPS person, side-scrolling person, beat 'em up, and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox these 4 products in this video, and then I'm gonna outline some of the videos I have planned for you guys, so sit back and enjoy.
It's gonna be a great day.
All right, so we're gonna start off with the actual Shield tablet itself. That's kind of the main event. Don't wanna keep you guys waiting. So let's get into this. Got some different stuff. At a console grade Shield wireless controller and flexible Shield cover to the ultimate gaming experience. We have all of that, so definitely gonna be doing that. Moving around the box, not a whole lot. You can see there is a stylus, ultimate tablet for gaming. See if that's the case, but let's get into the box now. I really like the unboxing experience of the original Shield, so let's see if this continues with that. There was a little message in the original one. I'm trying to look for that. I don't see one anywhere, but right on top, we've got the Shield itself, little tab here, pull it out. Check out some of the accessories real quick. So this is a wall wart, and it looks like there's another piece to it somewhere. Of course, we have a micro USB charging cable that's used with Shield. Kind of has the old school logo on it, the Shield Portable. That's kind of interesting. Got some documentation. This is the 4G LTE version, so it can be used with a data plan. This one has a little AT&T paper with it, so you know, if you want to use AT&T. I believe you can use it on any 4G network. We've also got safety information here, normal stuff in here. And here we do have the second part of the wall wart charger. Snaps in. I imagine this comes if you're in Europe or anywhere besides North America. It comes with the appropriate prong, I would guess. Let's see what this is. It says 5.2 volts at 2.1 amps, so it's got some fast charging there. That's pretty good. You don't want to have to wait, you know, 10 hours in order to get this thing charged. And I think that's it. That's kind of surprising. There was a lot more in the Shield Portable. But let's take a look at the actual tablet here. Comes in this plastic. See how this comes off. It's kind of nice. Pulling it out, if I can. It's kind of stuck on there. All right, so it's an 8-inch tablet. It's got the dual stereo speakers on the front camera there. Kind of a big bezel. Not sure if you guys can see that all that well. I got plenty of B-roll though. A little hefty, you know, compared to my Nexus 7, it definitely feels pretty heavy. Taking a look around up top, we've got a stylus right here. That hopefully comes out. Actually has a interesting kind of like soft tip pen. Actually feels, I don't know, kind of like a real felt tip pen or something like that. But if I put that back in the correct way, see we've got our SIM card slot. Got kind of a different port in there for actually going ahead and taking that out. It's not your normal little thing. Maybe you can just fingernail it. Yep, okay. So comes with the SIM card in there. It's kind of nice. I don't think I'll be using this with the data plan, honestly. Just not my thing. I'm usually somewhere with Wi-Fi when I'm using this, and the best features are only gonna be available on Wi-Fi. So micro SD card, I believe it is micro SD high capacity, so probably up to 128. I'll have to check on that. I'm gonna do a complete overview of this in the future. We've got your volume and power buttons up here. Power button has a little green dot to help you identify it. The volume is super long, has a little couple ridges up here. So that's kind of nice, so you can kind of pick it out in the dark and not really have to see it. I don't like the power buttons that much, honestly. It's something I heard about this. They're a little spongy. It's hard, just not good tactile feedback to know when you're actually pressing them down. Power button's a little bit better. I'm gonna press it down, turn it on, boot it up for the first time. Feels like a premium tablet though. I really like it. It's got kind of a, not really rubberized, but textured back. So it's nice and grippy. It doesn't feel like it's gonna fly out of my hand like some of the more metal type things. Of course, has the Shield branding on there on the back. That's kind of nice. Continuing on the back, we got the camera. Of course, we already went over the stylus. On this side, we have a speaker port over here. Over here, we've got a matching speaker port. We've got micro USB and mini HDMI out, so you can actually hook this up, and I mentioned earlier the console mode capabilities of this. Or if you just want to record your gameplay, you can actually do that with shadow play on here, which is kind of cool. But if you wanted to do it with, say, like a HD capture from Elgato or something like that, you could. And then we've got a headphone jack over here on the left. And here it's on. You got the normal tutorial screen, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn up this brightness if I can. Looks like this isn't actually on Lollipop yet. There is an update, I believe, should be ready and available straight out of the box to get this up to Lollipop. It's on KitKat, I would imagine. Let's go and check that out. Yeah, this definitely isn't Lollipop. So we are on 4.4.2. I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up with Lollipop, but in the meantime, you guys can see it's actually KitKat on it right now. Give me a break, give me a break. NVIDIA's actually been really good about their updates. My Shield Portable actually just got a notification today that there's another update. They were one of the quickest manufacturers to get the actual Android Lollipop update out. So really, really excited about that. It seems like, you know, they don't have to go through a lot of the hoops that a lot of other device manufacturers like Samsung, HTC, and all that kind of stuff have to in order to get a update over the air, you know, pushed out. So props to them for that. Continuing around, let's see what else we have. We've got just the little magnetic points that the cover will go into. FCC warning over there. And I think that's it for this. I'm gonna play around with this a whole lot, try out all the features, get it updated, and just you know, get to know it really, really well and in depth. And I will do some more video content on it. Of course, I already mentioned it, some comparisons with the original Shield. How Game Stream works, all the features and stuff like that. Gonna hook it up with a new dual band router. But in the meantime, let's check out some of the other stuff that came with it. All right, so up next we have the Shield controller. Let's check it out. So most advanced game controller. I'm not sure if that's true. It's kind of got a cool little embossed or debossed. I think that's embossed on the side. Compatible with Shield devices. Console grade controls, that's definitely true. I'll try to do a comparison with like a 360 and PS4 controller. Stereo headset jack with chat, so you can chat in your games. Ultra responsive Wi-Fi. I think it's got like 4x4 MIMO or 2x2 MIMO, I forget which one it is. Microphone for voice search right there on the controller. So if you are using it for like console mode and it's across the room, you can actually do voice search right there on this device, which is, you know, sitting in your hands. Move around it. I think that's about it. So let's pop into this guy. I hate that sound, sorry. So yeah, not all that much to this. Got the actual controller, quick start guide. And if I can get it out, a controller support guide. Don't really need to do that. And, here we go. That's nice. USB cable. This little pouch, I almost missed that. Actually got a little symbol there, so you can see it. But yeah, I really like the ergonomics of the original Shield portable gamepad. This kind of continues it, but slims it in a little bit. Doesn't have to have the area, the recessed area for the screen, so the thumbsticks feel like they're a lot closer to your thumbs, maybe in a little bit more of a natural position. I heard some people say on the Shield portable with their smaller hands, it didn't really work that well. They kind of had to reach a little bit too much, but for me, it's great. I've got large hands, really like it. So we got some, it looks like capacitive buttons up here. There's a LED indicator, I believe. Up top, there is a micro USB port and a headset. Of course, that's going to be for sound and chat for audio. We've got 2 shoulder buttons, 2 trigger buttons. That's about it for the back. Up front, as I mentioned, it's got your pretty much standard layout. It kind of resembles more of an Xbox 360 or Xbox One controller, but the thumbstick and D-pad are laid out like a DualShock or DualShock 2, DualShock 3, 4, PS, PlayStation controller. Pretty good tactile button feel. D-pad feels a lot like the 360. It feels like it's almost the exact same thing, which worries me because the 360, of course, had a lot of problems. That's been improved on the Xbox One controller. We'll have to see if this has similar problems to those. R3, the analog buttons feel pretty good. Again, they're pretty much exactly like what you'll find on an Xbox. This is an interesting thing down here. This is actually a touchpad, and it's a button, and it's got like a plus and minus down here for you to be able to turn up and down the volume. Pretty nice. You don't have to go, again, if the console, if it's in console mode and sitting across the room, your Shield, you don't have to go and actually, touch on it in order to turn up and down the volume. And then the touchpad's a really nice touch, and then it's got an extra button, kind of like a mouse button. So yeah, I expect this to work out pretty well. Like I mentioned before, you can actually use this with a PC if you have it plugged in. It shows up as a USB like HID device, I believe, a gamepad. So, and it should map just like an Xbox controller out of the box. So you can get a little bit of, dual utility out of that. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing with this quite a bit, using it with both the Shield Portable and the Shield Tablet. Let you know about latency. Hopefully it's pretty good, and just ergonomics and continued durability and all that kind of stuff in future videos. So let's move on to the next item, which is the cover for the Shield. So I might pull that back out in a second, see how to get into this. But you can see it's kind of like your typical tablet cover where you can fold it up and use it as a stand in multiple different orientation. It's got magnets in it, so it kind of props itself up on that, and it can fold over the case. And looks like it's going to be pretty simple. If I can get into it. From the bottom to the top. So, very simple packaging. On the inside, I imagine this is the side that goes, actually this is the outside. It's got kind of a durable rubberized feel to it. So hopefully that'll protect it against some things. It's got some cool little Shield branding here. I don't know if that's going to show up on camera very well. I might have to do some B-roll of that, but just to kind of identify it as being a Shield tablet. These are the little magnetic connectors, which we'll insert into the Shield tablet in a second. The inside has a nice kind of soft feel, kind of feltish, but not really all that furry. So hopefully, nothing will come off of it and leave, dust all over your Shield. Actually has Shield on both sides, which is a pretty nice touch. But let me grab the tablet, bring that back in and show you guys how this connects. It's actually really easy, and magnets are actually pretty strong. I don't know if you can see that, but like I get it within an inch and it kind of just magnetically attracts magneto style and goes in. So easy connection, pretty strong. I trust it to hold it like this. I wouldn't fling it around like that or anything, but pretty, you know, high quality product. It's got 2 little pins on each side up here. I wonder if those will be durable. I have no reason to imagine that they won't, but like I said, it's magnetic, so it actually just kind of pops closed once you get it pretty close. And using that, I think they have some kind of sensor in there so that when you open it up, it automatically kind of wakens, not really unlocks, but awakens the device, which is kind of cool. You know, it'll turn it off so you don't waste screen power and all that kind of stuff, and turn it on when you open it up. Nice little touch. I appreciate that kind of stuff on all my devices. So yeah, it looks like this will be pretty good. Hopefully protect the screen is the most important part. I kind of feel like this is going to be a little bit of a dust magnet, and also this rubberized thing will probably pick up a lot of dust, but at least, you know, you won't get any scratches on your screen. So yeah, last but certainly not least, let's take a look at the Netgear Nighthawk X6 tri-band router. This thing looks like a freaking beast. It looks like a spaceship or a stealth bomber or something like that. Looks like Lockheed Martin might have you know, designed this in Skunk Works, but it's definitely certainly going to be better than the router I currently have. I want to be able to do everything like game stream and grid, so this will definitely help me be able to do that. We've actually got gigabit here at work, so probably going to have a better experience here with in terms of low latency for stuff like grid, but definitely game stream. I want to be able to stream from my PC to the Shield Portable and the Shield tablet while I'm just sitting in bed, or, you know, kind of just doing whatever, relaxing on the couch. So let's figure out how to open this guy up and take a look at what's inside. So just like most routers I've unboxed, it's a box in a box. So you unbox it, and then you gotta unbox the box that you unboxed. And here we have, this thing is a freaking monster. Look how big this is. This is bigger than a freaking Wii U. I did not think this was gonna be this big. But yeah, we'll look at that in just a second. I'm really surprised how huge that router is. So we got the installation guide, your Netgear Connected Life. Maybe I'll read through that. I probably will read through that. Stuff like that, I usually like to read the manual, or TFM. So we've got a power adapter. Look at this thing. This is like a full freaking switch mode power supply. This is basically a computer. It's a headless computer, essentially. So yeah, that's just kind of surprising to me how big and robust this thing is. And then it comes with, I'm guessing, a Cat5 cable, as you would expect. And that's really it for everything in the box. Pretty simple, which is good. Doesn't come with a lot of extra crap. Looks like it was recycled paper and cardboard, which is good. But let's go back and take a look at this thing. Holy smokes! The router I currently have at home is probably, I don't know, easily a third this size, maybe a quarter of this size. It's about that big. It's a really basic router from Linksys. This is bigger. This has a bigger footprint than my router and cable modem combined. Wow. So let's get this plastic off. It's always nice. I don't want you guys registering my stuff. Hopefully you can see that. I don't have 4K yet, so. And these antennas kind of already come attached, so that's pretty good. Kind of hate it when you have to like pop them on and they don't attach right, but that's pretty freaking crazy. Look at this thing. It just looks, it looks like a T50 or something like that. This is like the brain that runs Skynet. But yeah, on the front, we've got some LED status lights. We got Netgear logo, power, internet, 2.4 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz 1, 5 gigahertz 2, USB 3, USB 2, and then we've got the LED statuses for the different Ethernet ports on the back. Then we've got a Wi-Fi on, off button, so I guess you can quickly turn Wi-Fi on and off. Maybe somebody's, you know, hijacking your router, you have physical access, you don't have to unplug it and ruin everybody's connections, you can just hit the off button. Then you got WPS, which is like the quick connection things on the back. You guys can see that we've got USB 2.0 connection. I guess that's for USB 2.0 devices like hard drives, and you can use this as a file server, as I mentioned. Got LEDs on and off. That's kind of nice if you've got this in your living room, you're watching a movie, and you don't want this NASA launch center lit up in your face. You know, you can actually turn that off. That's a pretty nice touch. Then 4 Ethernet ports. I guess that's pretty standard. I kind of expected this thing to have like 6, you know, be almost like a hub, but you know, that's pretty standard. Then you've got your actual internet connection, which will come from your cable router, or you know, maybe just your wall, depending on if you're, you know, in an apartment or something like that. USB 3.0, so if you have a USB 3.0 hard drive, again, you can share the files on that. Got a little reset button for, you know, like a recess paperclip button. You have to press and hold that to reset the internet, like, what was that, Kyle or Stan in South Park, but I digress. Then you got your DC power in, so that takes AC, that power brick converts it to DC. I'm not sure how many volts it runs on. And then you've got a power on-off toggle switch, which is interesting. None of the routers I've had before have had that. So this thing is a pretty much a beast of a router. I haven't looked at any reviews yet. I trust that it's gonna work pretty well for what I need it for, but I will let you guys know if this has any advantages over my standard router. I'm guessing it will, and what those advantages are. So you'll know if you need to invest in a router like this. I believe this is about a $300 router. There are less expensive dual band routers on the GameStream Ready list, so I'll try to link to that in the description so you guys will know which routers are available and if your router is supported. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Tried a little bit different of a setup with some multicam stuff. Let me know what you guys think of that in the comments below. But I've got to give a huge thank you once again to NVIDIA for sending this stuff out. As I mentioned before, the NVIDIA Shield Portable was my very first tech video on this channel. So it's nice to be able to have all this NVIDIA Shield stuff, the whole ecosystem kind of in front of me. And I'm going to be able to make a lot of content on this, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that. So yeah, I'm just super psyched about that. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up or thumbs down and let me know whether you want to see more videos like this in the future. If you haven't subscribed, now is a great time. As you can see, I've got a lot of cool stuff and should be making some really cool content around this and maybe some of the stuff you guys have seen in the background. So subscribe if you already haven't. I've got my Amazon affiliate link in the description. If you bookmark that and use that when you buy anything off Amazon, like pantyhose or Mike and Ike's or NVIDIA stuff or AMD stuff or Intel, whatever you're into, I get a small commission. It costs you nothing and it really helps out the channel a lot. Go ahead and follow me on your favorite social media site. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I might join Snapchat. Let me know if there's any other place I should be. MySpace, if people still do MySpace. But if you follow me there, I give a lot of frequent updates on upcoming videos, behind the scenes, little sneak peeks and stuff like that of my ongoing projects, so you guys can see what I'm working on before anybody else. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for checking it out. I'll see you next time.
Keep on.